Alright, I believe I'm live now. Yeah, so I've rebooted the computer, I've done a bunch of updates, and I'm currently reconfiguring OBS because bloody OBS does not know how to do anything correctly. Okay, actually, no, that's wrong. OBS works, and OBS is free, which is amazing. But OBS is also basic, and sometimes it doesn't configure everything automatically, even when I tell it to, like, every bloody day. And it's kind of annoying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on the ground at Eddie again. And we're gonna hope that we don't have any more sim crashes. Aviator. What's Eddie looking like, actually? So you're going to do this fight on VATSIM. Because I am competent now. Well, yeah, no one's on the ground at Eddie. I'll take stand 1-0. So that that works. Alright, let's go ahead and do that, and then we need to go ahead and get our sim brief flight plan. Excuse the thumbnails, how I make thumbnails. Literally just Google Slides. Then I just download the image. Alright. So no 3-6 Romeo, departing Eddie. Go down to... I was going to try to get down to Heathrow. Or, I don't know. Should I get down to Heathrow? Yeah, Heathrow or Gatwick? You know, I'll go Gatwick. Take the 737. There we go. So this will take a second to load up XPLANE. Pre-file this on VATSIM real quickly. Because we are going to fly with VATSIM today. Yep, we're going to be flying the Zebo. Because the Zebo is better than, at least in my opinion, it's better than the level up. I know recently people have been going on and on about the level up, and it's like, it's not that good though. It's like, grow up, guys. It's like, the modeling of the Zebo one could be improved, yes, but the systems are there. Rather, the level up doesn't have the systems. It doesn't have the system set. I mean, the level up kind of copies the FMC from the 777 in a way, and I'm sorry, you just can't do that. I mean, when I hit the button that says departure arrival, I want to be able to put that in. I'm sorry, it's like that's the way it needs to be. And then at some point, maybe next week, I'll buy the A330. Alright. Connect. Aeronaut 36 Romeo. Connect to VATSIM. Nice. Alright. Let's see here. Now what I need is... I need to actually... Before we do anything, I need to quickly configure this because this is getting annoying. Systems... it's not in systems, though. It's in something else. Isn't systems? No, it's in displays, I think. Because this is way too dim to be anything useful. Realism? No. Visual effects. There we go. Day, and then I also need the ground power to be attached, which it's not. There you go. Quick save. Alright. Right then, so what we need to do is get the ground power on, batteries on, no, get some dome lights on for us. Get the passengers kind of strapped in, and then set those to nav. And then ever so slightly move us forward. So the controls are already configured. We have 122.8 in it. Let's go ahead and do the payload real quickly. So the fuel, unfortunately I do have to do this manually in this. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so for fuel, we're taking 9.1 and then for our payload, the total payload is 17, goes 17,880. So this is 161 passengers. There we go. Alright. So that gives us a estimated takeoff weight of, sure. That gives us a zero fuel weight of within the range, okay, that we're expecting. And then, hit that. Bloody hell. Alright. So you got that. No, we don't need those. That would have been bad if there were any ground crew. Don't need anti-ice. I've learned from that mistake. Right. Get rid of all that. Alright, so IRS, they are aligning. I know in the PT3 it'll actually show up here, but I haven't figured that out yet in the ZPO. Alright. FMC. Posit init. Go ahead and copy that over. And then let me just go ahead and very quickly verify that that SimBrief downloader actually downloaded the correct one. Let's see. Zibo. Alright, there we go. So it has now. Request the flight plan. Clear that out. It'll take a minute for these screens to get properly aligned. Alright, we can load that. Alright, perfect. Now we can activate it, execute that. Perfect. Alright. I can see it's still raining out from earlier. Route. Performance init. You can request that, and then yeah, our cruising should be a little higher than it was earlier. Alright, how do I get the annoying vibration in this to stop it? I don't know. We can load that. Alright. And then let's see. So for reserves, let's see. So the reserve is how much fuel we're taking. Actually, I don't know if it is. What? Alright, how to properly calculate reserves for the... Okay. Is this okay? It is listed as FinRes. It's in the December. It is listed as FinRes. Alright, so that's going to be 1 point. So yeah, that'll be 1.6 then. No, wait, what? There we go. Can execute that. In terms of takeoff data, let's see here. What are the numbers that SimBrief gives us? Don't need improved climate, stupid, and it'll be because of the storm outside. It'll be normal takeoff, and it will have to be flaps 10 takeoff. Actually, we can do that. There we go. So that in case anyone's curious, that is actually a real life procedure. You don't do what should we call it? You don't in real life. You don't actually you do full throttle whenever there's a storm outside, because of the unpredictable nature of everything. Or you do like an average to slightly derated takeoff, right? So maybe it'll go like plus 90%, but you won't ever do like a but you won't like cheat the engine like you usually do with your takeoffs, right? Just because everything can change at an instant, right? So anyway, it'll be takeoff under a flaps 10 takeoff. That will automatically calculate trim will be 3.0. Okay. And then the wind. What's the updated METAR for heading? 050. Oh, great. It is 050 at 18. Okay. Rain. Great. It's still gonna be a little turbulent. And then the QNH for Eddie is 986. Oh, that's one of the things I have to. I beg your pardon? What? Could use Jane's help here. what? Sorry, I'm just confused here. I have to look this up. Hang on. Alright. Hang on. You just got a weird error, and I'm just trying to kind of figure it out. Isn't it rough? I'm just a little confused on the error, so. I'm finding the textures, they're not great. I mean, the airport doesn't look great. I mean, this is Eddie. So, I mean, it's not great. Very much 2010s. But, I'm not gonna say it's horrendous. So, I have seen worse, but at the same time, there's a lot of room for improvement. Now, people complain about the textures of the Zeebo. No, the textures are fine when you consider the everything in it. So, all right. Okay. Alright, cycle the IRS to off and back to nav. Alright, I might need to failures. Disable random failures. Fix all failures. Alright. I thought we just speedbird on a touch and go. Hilarious. Alright. I'll tell you what. I want to do it real quickly. Oh, that just rebooted the EFP. I didn't. Alright. What I need to quickly do is... Damn it. Why is that an off button? Surely you'd put an off button over here. Alright. What I need to do is... I'm going to quickly change something real quickly. And I'm going to get rid of some... short... instant would work. Is that really a 747 circuit? That's hilarious. Alright, what I need real quickly is XPilot settings. Aircraft labels off. Oh, that's hilarious. How do I get rid of this error? Cycle IRS off nav. Alright, so. Alright. So. I I've never had this issue. Alright. Alright. E-line lights will go off. Alright. Okay. Let's try this again. Help. You auto receive it after every 5 minutes. Alright, I need to ask James a question. Alright, I'm sending James a message. I need some help with this. Alright, turn one at a time and move them back to the nav position. L, left, and then right. Select the heading on the IRA. Alright. Wait. Come on now. 1 minute. 1 minute to aligned. Come on now. Just waiting for the 1 minute. We're both flashing now. There we go. I think they're working now. So. I think they're working now. It's gonna be a late night. All right. Thank you, James, for helping me out here. Let's see here. Should have another aircraft on the ground. Alright. Let me just go ahead and move forward a little. Alright. So, the QNH for Eddie is 986. It's 986 hectopascals. That did not sync ship. Alright. What I need to do then is I need to put... What I need to do then is... where is it? Let's see here. What I need to do is... Realism... Okay. Where is it? What I need then is ground surfaces. Is it ground surfaces? No. I'm being an idiot. Real config. Where's it? I need to link both of those. There we go. So now over here is linked as well. So, all right. Is it that needs Edinburgh traffic, aeronaut 36 Romeo, can I get a radio check, please? Thank you. There we go. Now that's configured correctly. Alright. Just need those to finish aligning, and then we're almost ready for push, I believe. So, let's see. This can set that. Oh yay, they're aligned now. They're aligned. Perfect. Route. We already put that in. We've already put in the takeoff data. We can just go and confirm those numbers again. So they're all within acceptable range. Alright. So you have that in now. Let's see here. Let's get these flight directors on. We need to arm the auto throttle. We go initial speed 200. And I think we have an EasyJet that just pushed right next to us that we will need to deal with. No, we will. Yeah, I'm not wrong. I do need to figure out a way to deal with, to like actually save some camera views. Alright. Initial heading, that. You can set that in the course as well. Initial speed 200, initial climb, that's appropriate. LNAV, VNAV, and the triple that are right next to each other, so I don't not use that. Alright. Let's get this bloody APU running. Cruising, is it 250 or it's 350? Can quickly set that, and then once we have an APU running, we can begin to push. Transponder, TARA, now mode Charlie. So, yeah. Then, yeah, I think we'll be ready once this APU is running. It'll take a minute for the APU, but that's fine. And then we're not gonna use the HUD today. And with a little luck, we can be down at Gatwick by the time David streams. APU ready. Alright. Go ahead and get some of these other lights going. We can go beacons now. Get fuel pumps. Ground power disconnect. Alright, push back. Better push back. Start push back.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Then we'll push right there.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright. We are stand 10, I believe. Yep. Edinburgh traffic here, not 36 Romeo, stand 10, push start onto Foxtrot. Be advised, when we push, we will be blocking the Foxtrot intersection at Alpha, at Edinburgh traffic. Kind of forgot about that part. No, wait, should have SimLink working now? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, SimLink is working now.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set, I believe. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. And the fact that this keeps pushing us back so far, that's getting ever so slightly annoying. I do need to figure out how to get some better views in this thing. Raising us up. No, let me just make sure that that's down. Very disastrous otherwise.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
1 second. Parking brake's released.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Yay. Hydraulics on. That to auto. Around. We can go number 2 first. At 25% N1, we can from this morning's crash test.
November 749 Alpha Whiskey taxi holding point Alpha 1 runway 06 Quebec Mike and Alpha headed by traffic.
Let me just verify doors are all closed. Perfect. I don't have the radio panel working, but that's fine. I think I have to reprogram that thing. Wait, what? Why is it shutting down? Unless it's not.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tows. Stand by.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not again.
Tow is disconnected. A bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, there we go. I think they're starting again. Even though I don't know why both the engines just kind of failed there. It's happening again. Look, it's happening. The CP didn't build up enough pressure. I don't know if that was the issue. Kind of looks like to me a dual engine failure. Like both engines won't start. Alright. Go ahead and spool them down then. Didn't have this issue earlier and I did virtually the same thing. Alright. Go ahead and wait a minute then. Yeah, anti-ice is off. Good. All right. Go ahead. Oh. All right. Let's go ahead and start Let's go ahead and try number 2 now that I've given it a moment. See if we can get number 2 up. Maybe that needs to be down. Parking brake is set, right? Yeah, it is. But once again, at 25% N2, we can go ahead and pull the start. Alright, let's see if whatever change I just made did it. I would agree, but the checklists are very complex, and I should know this aircraft quite well. Didn't use a checklist earlier, no, it's fine, but yeah, tell you what, yeah, well, use a checklist. Engine, okay, pack switches off. Yes, they are off. Start sequence, alright. Yep, 25%.
Traffic, November 749 Alpha Whiskey via Alpha 1, lining up takeoff from 06.
Okay, there we go.
Full Delta departure, making the traffic.
Very good. There we go. There we go. Now they're both working. They are both working now. %, N2. Bloody 737. If I could afford, if I right now could afford an A320, or like an A330-900, immediate. It would be immediate. It wouldn't even be a question. But okay, both engines started good. Go and set that to that. Those are the strobies. Do that before I.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
All right, perfect. Go ahead and switch everything off the APU. Go ahead and put that in. All right. Alright, let's get out of here. Actually, you know, tell you what, we can... Morning, James. Thanks for your help, by the way. Alright. Exits on... Denver traffic here, 36 running and taxiing now. Holding point Alpha for runway 2. Sorry, for runway 06 via Foxtrot and Alpha. Edinburgh traffic. I did. Oh, the turn off light. Thank you. Alright. I don't have the parking brake mapped yet, so we have to unfortunately go down like that. Good. And as we taxi, we can do a flight controls check. Full up, full down, full left, full right. Rudder working. Both toe brakes are working. Get flaps out. This very, very slow taxi. I know about the auto brake. Don't worry. I know you are technically supposed to do that before your taxi, but being lazy.
Traffic November 749 Alpha Whiskey on Grey 4 Delta departure, climbing level 190, last call Edinburgh.
Initial is actually 5,000, it's not 6,000. Made that mistake earlier. Alright, flaps, good. Let's go and get them all the way up. By the way, that guy who just made that call on Unicom, he pushed before me. Or, sorry, he pushed after me. So, alright. Before I forget the packs, let's get those back to auto. I already put the altitude and everything in it. Alright, we'll go flaps 10 for takeoff because my options are 0 or 10. APU bleed, then APU off. What if you turned off the APU before you turned off the bleed? Flaps 10 for takeoff, good. So I really should use checklists. But I prefer a paper one. I don't really, and these are, this one here is better than the one we have in the triple, but yeah. I have failures turned off. There you go. And I have the money to replace the APU in XPLANE because it's free. Alright. Let's quickly refresh Ernold on the takeoff. And I'll go ahead and get updated return in a moment. For V1 we have 138, 139, and a safe climb 147. Also blink your MFE. What do you mean? What do you mean blank them? Center screens. like that, because that doesn't do anything. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot at the 737. I can barely get it. I can barely take it off. I know the PT3 a little bit, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean now. All right, and then I have not had RAS working. So we're gonna go without RAS. We're gonna get an annoying taxiway warning. That's fine. Alright, this is not a D-rate to take off. Yep, just did that. Alright. Landing lights off. Or sorry, landing lights on. Alright, everything's looking fine. And let me just quickly get the updated QNH. QNH now 987. I have failures disabled, so it's no factor. Alright. We are not doing a D-rate to takeoff because of the storm. Let me go ahead and get the wipers on. Yeah, fair. Fair. Alright, let me just quickly take a look at Fat Sim Radar. Not on final. Perfect. Edinburgh traffic aeronaut 36 running at line up and take off runway 06 Gotham 1 Delta departure. Edinburgh traffic. Master caution. Noted. Alright. This is a full thrust takeoff because of the storm, which is good. Flaps to 10, good. Everything's looking fine. Alright. Clear for takeoff.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Shepard fine.
80 knots.
80 knots, everything's fine. V1 or 2.
Positive rate.
You're up. Noted. Auto throttle's on, good. So I hate freaking manually controlling the throttle.
1,000.
Noted. Edinburgh traffic, aeronaut 36 Romania, airborne passing 2700, initial climb 5000 to the Gotham 1. Edinburgh traffic.
Thousand to go.
Morning, Clark. All right. Wait, what's it doing? What's the aircraft doing? There we go. Why is autothrottle not doing it?
Thousand to go.
Okay, that bug then. Okay, Toga must be pressed because it enables flight directors for the role even. Noted. Alright. Go ahead and clear ourselves up to 350. Edinburgh traffic, aeronaut 36 Romeo, climbing now, flight level 250, Edinburgh traffic. Sorry, 350. Alright. Noted with the, noted about all that. Where is the choke buttons on here? So, yeah, the issue is that the buttons very, very, very annoyingly pressed. There we go. Then we're up to 350. 777's easier just to say it. 777's easier. Yeah, I know. I need to set this up, but not in VATSIM. I will set this up, I promise, here soon, because I am missing them. You love that A350 flight. Kind of ashamed you didn't get the triple. So, yeah, I saw your text last night and was kind of like a little confused in a way. It's like, is any shit screwing you over again? I've made myself very clear on any builds aircraft. I've made myself very clear. They will not be getting my money again. I feel like I have wasted my money now 3 times on indie builds aircraft. That's just me. If you have luck with them, they're not bad. And if you're not too worried about system depth, they're pretty good. But not for me. Certainly not for me. All right. Okay, what clear direct? Clear direct nav, so. Final call Edinburgh traffic here, not 36 Romeo. Turning now, direct nav, so final call Edinburgh traffic. And I still love how it decided to bypass the speed restriction as well. Alright, Clark, this is the beauty of X-Plane. You can feel every bump. You can feel every bump to the point where setting the baro is quite annoying. And I notice we are 320 knots. This is the same stuff we had to fly through yesterday. Actually, that's the thing though. I do like it. I do like it. It does add realism to it. That said, though, if someone could add a way to put in stuff like the bars and the QNH, it through like an FMC or something, that might be beneficial. But yeah, no, this is nice. And actually, this is the second time that I've gone out of Eddie today. The first one was to Heathrow. Didn't make it. We're going to Gatwick now, because I have no clue what Heathrow looks like, and because Eddie to Heathrow, Eddie to Gatwick for a change. But anyway, this is my second time flying out of Eddie. Thank you. And this same storm, so same exact storm system. Don't worry. Oh, thank you for the gear as well. But anyway, this is even replicating stuff like the lights turning on and off. It's like, holy heck. So G-loaded mouse pointer. What would? Fair. Yeah, it is nice. So, but I mean, this aircraft was even replicating stuff like the dome lights turning on and off. It's like, wow. Yep, fair. I've been sitting out for way too long. Alright, because I like this position right here, I'm not going to go and look at the external view. So I have a good position here that I like. And because I cleared all my keyboard shortcuts, I will not. Or I don't think I have a way to like set a preferred one. That is one of those things that I get to work out tonight. So, see you, James. Thanks as always, and thanks for the help earlier, by the way, the IRS. Yeah, no, this thing's nice, and the weird thing is that once you get airborne, it actually looks as good as Microsoft Flight Sim. But you have to get airborne first. Yeah, you have to get airborne, and that's when X-Plane really begins to look good. I mean, because right now, if you were to take a photo of this versus the P3, I mean, yeah, there are subtle differences that I might be able to see, but not really. It's like, and I don't really understand why people complain about the texturing of the Zebo. I mean, this here's the Zebo. This here's not the level up, but the system's depth is so much more built out in the Zebo. So I really don't know why people prefer the level up over the Zebo, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna stick with the Zebo. So, because the texturing here looks fine. Case in point, that dome light up there went off again as we're flying through some turbulence, which weird that I can't actually see that turbulence. And why are we climbing so slow? Is it because of the weather? So, yeah. What's the difference between max rate and max angle? Throw me max rate. Yeah. That'll slow us down to 250, but that'll also, yeah. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. And it knows about the storm here, so. Yeah. Go ahead and go max rate. Try to maybe get out. Maybe try to get out of this weather a little. Which. Are we out of it now? So I finally got SimLink working, which is not as simple as Microsoft Flight Sim. With Microsoft Flight Sim, you can run an application and boom, you actually have to install something for SimLink, for XPLANE, which means I know where I am on the maps. I have a hard time imagining we're gonna get up to 3.5. We're gonna adjust our outs. We're gonna adjust our outs to maintain 2.5. No, maintain 2.7. Traffic here on 36 Romeo, adjusting altitude up, climbing now flight will choose 70 as opposed to 350 traffic. Alright, so in terms of frames, we're looking pretty good, but I want to keep an eye on the frames arriving into Gatwick. By the way, Clark, there is an open gap. I don't think Gatwick ground is online, so if you would like, if you're able, Gatwick doesn't look as bad as Heathrow right now either, so actually it looks worse actually, so ouch. Alright, when are we going to be out of this turbulence? Soon. We're in a bit of a nice patch right now, but then ah. Okay, this thing must be trying to get out the storm because, or it must be taking a lot to, really, because we're still only maintaining a climb rate of 700 feet per minute, and the engines are at full, so that's not great. We're gonna enter another patch of turbulence after this, and then we should be fine after. But tell you what, if we can maintain 1,500 feet per minute, that would be ideal. So you can really put those engines up there. I know it's gonna use a bunch of fuel, but fuel is fine. You got plenty of fuel. You got plenty of fuel. Actually, there's an even better way to do that. The flight level change mode. I don't know you use flight level change mode that much. Just because I tend to prefer vertical speed mode, but there are situations like this where maybe flight level change mode would actually be useful. So, all right, 1 second. My hands have been very, very dry recently. Well, not dry, but the medical condition that might prevent me from getting an FAA license has been flaring. And I have to call the doctor. I need to call the bloody insurance company because they're supposed to send me the medicine automatically, but they never do. I have to make the phone call to them and yell at them like I have to do it every month. Where's my bloody medication? Oh, we haven't shipped it up yet. Oh, you guys are supposed to ship it automatically. Now do your bloody jobs. You know, I could actually sue them because of how annoying it is. I could actually sue them now, but suing costs too much money. And yeah, and then they'll fight back with every ounce of decent lawyer. Very, very annoying. That's what we have here in the US, a very much broken healthcare system. Alright, I believe we're clear of all the turbulence now. Alright, I cannot wait to not have the landing we had last week. Or on Monday in this thing. But something was wrong there. Some of my hardware was out of control there. Why do the auto throttle switch off? Oh, I think there's a setting in here for that. Not again. But I think it's fixed now. Alright, arrival into Gatwick. Most likely Kidley, I think. Yep. Actually, no, it's the Dist. It is the Dist 1 Golf. I prefer Kidley. It is the Dist 1 Golf arrival. And then it'll be... and the Gatwick METAR is 230 degrees 7. QNH 9 or 8 2. A few at 1,000. That's fine. That's all fine. All right. See here. Departure, arrival
Fast
into.
we go.
Yep, that's perfect. And then it'll be ILS 26 left from Timba, but we won't do, or sorry, not from Timba, from Willow. And then we'll just get the Willow loop. All right. There we go. We're up here now. Alright, so we are currently direct to Sabuk. Maybe we can get up to 350. And we'll be fine. Alright, so there will be a few settings that I need to adjust for the 737. Main thing is I prefer the switches, not the weird thing here. I prefer the whatchamacallit. I need to lock that, right? I might, oh shit, never did the yaw dampener. Might have helped out earlier. I prefer the bulk landing lights here. There's a few settings here that I can adjust here in the EFB, but I can't do, but they won't save. So I need to figure out. I need to talk to James about how to do that. How to actually get them to stay that way. Auto throttle lock it is one of them. I think it's stupid that it's not automatically enabled. Alright, any more? Let's see here. We might hit a slight patch, or we might. Actually, I don't know. We might get a little bit of a bump from about Capad to maybe 20 miles from Kittley. We might get a slight bump there. I'm hoping we can beat it though. Beat the storm. You know, we could divert to Bristol. that would be funny. And a bit of a challenge. We're not gonna do that though. Yeah. But anywho. Cruising now. cannot wait to swap this out with a 777 or an A330-900. Because I want something with the high systems depth, but I'm not the biggest fan of the 737. Never will be. So... let's see here. So what's the difference between MSFS and slash XPLANE and Prepare 3D? Yeah, what's the difference between... What's Prepare 3D look like? Because I'm curious. Oh, it's bloody Lockheed Martin. Okay. Okay. Prepare 3D is basically the evolution of FSX. Which is the last flight simulator released by Microsoft before MSFS 2020. Prepare 3D added a lot more features to the existing FSX engine. Okay. It's quite popular. Okay. It's changed to Dead Sim. Just only for military training exercises. There's hardly any third-party developers left after V5. Basically dead platform. That makes sense. So. Alright. Getting another few bumps, I see. Interesting. 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 So, all right, you know what I need to do? I need to turn this off because I have the VPilot or the XPilot client up. Settings. I don't need this. I just need it to there we go. There you go. Flying through more turbulence. Okay, I don't know what this is. What all this right there is about. I actually, okay, I thought it was like texturing, but no, I don't actually think it's texturing anymore. I don't think it is texturing anymore because it's not. I mean, there's like, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. So. Alright, is there a better way to adjust the weather radar? I mean, I know it's on auto, but so it's not exactly that great now, is it? Where's my VNAV path, guys? Where's my VNAV path?
158 lining up by Alpha 1 from runway 05 left as we will see the departure. Just traffic.
Where's my bloody... Oh, you bastards. You absolute bloody bastards. You didn't include my, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Alright, top descent is in... You're approaching top descent here soonish. So it is the Dis 1 Golf, so 200 level Dist, 15 by Kittley, then down to 70 level Willow. And then we'll go Willow, actually, what we'll do is intentions will be direct from 2 Foz to, I think, Mayfield most likely. So if we're to look at the map, if we're look at the plan here. Right, so you have all that, but we have this weird loop at Willow. I'm thinking we're just gonna go direct from this waypoint. I'm thinking we're gonna go direct from actually probably direct from Holly to Mayfield. I think no point in doing the loop at Willow. No point in doing the Willow loop. So actually, we'll go ahead and put that in right now. Execute that. Wait, what? I don't know why it's doing a weird little thing like that, but yeah. Anyway, that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. So we're now direct to Telba. And I'll tell you what, we'll go.
Traffic on speed 160 Bravo. Turning on the iOS
what, Goodrick dist now? Or does it? Gatwick traffic here, not 36 Romeo, turning now, direct Dizit, Gatwick traffic. Alright, so that means our top descent, it will be here in a few moments. Do have an aircraft, where are they going? Oh shit, they're going, that Ryanair's going to Gatwick as well. Ryanair to Papa Bravo, Aeronaut 36 Romeo.
Traffic around 35 X-ray, taxi runway 335.
Who's a douche right below us? Roger. Traffic Aeronaut 36 Romeo is turning off our flight plan for a second, going radar vectors due to traffic separation. Traffic. What the fuck is this guy doing? Because he's not... Ryanair to Papa Bravo, can I get your speed, please? This is Aeronaut 36 Romeo, aircraft about 10 miles in trail fuel.
Traffic around 35 X-ray, taking off from my 33 Birmingham.
Oh, I'll just do a little loop here for right now. Freaking douchebag. I mean, not even responding to me on when I put it in bloody chat on Unicom. Freaking douchebag. Gallic traffic here, not 36 Romeo, turning back direct, desert, traffic. Actually, we can, right now I just went speed 280. Actually, let's go direct to Kidley. No, I'll go direct. No. Alright, there we go. Okay, I might have spoken too soon. You need to get back in contact with me. We're gonna be a little late on this descent, that's fine. We can catch up. Gatwick traffic, you're not 36 Romeo, beginning descent now, flight level 200. We're gonna try to be level Kidley. Or sorry, we're gonna try to be level by Desert, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we might be a little high. Gatwick traffic. Speed 280. Tell you what, tell you what, direct to Kidley. Gallic traffic, you're not 36 Romeo, turning now direct to Kidley, descending now flight level 150. We'll maintain speed 270 knots due to traffic separation. Gallic traffic. Alright, we're gonna actually try to land this thing this time. Alright, what is the borrow? So right now would be a good time to put in the borrow. So the borrow for gap for 26 left is 396. Actually have a good chance now to set this correctly. 396 degrees. I don't know if we're going to be landed by David's stream, actually. I don't know. So. Italy is the Kidley 1 Golf now. Alright. Or whatever it is. Yep. Kidley 1 Golf. Alright. Let's see here. Updated METAR says QNH 982 hectopascals. Minor 82 hectopascals. Surface wind 230 degrees 7. Godspeed at 1000, visibility fine. Perfect. Perfect, yay. I see. Where's 35 X-ray going? Where's 35 X-ray going? No, they're going off to Spain. Alright, now this here is where if any simulator does not look good, it is not a simulator worth using. And this looks alright. I mean, there are aspects that could be a little bit better, but it's looking fine. It's looking fine. So,
As we go.
noted. Showing you about. Yeah. What is it down to? 7-0. Alright. Before I forget, landing lights on. Taxi. Actually, you can get all the lights on now. Turning them about 27 miles in front. Perfect. And 26 rivals for Gatwick. Good. Between the two of us. Perfect. Gatwick traffic here on 36 Romeo. Descending now. Flight level 70. Kidley 1 Golf. Gatwick traffic. And Gatwick traffic, just for planning purposes, Aeronaut 36 Romeo is going to go direct from Holly to Mayfield. Gatwick traffic. We maintain a good rate of descent, but we don't need that. Doesn't mean we need to nose out the aircraft. Yeah, so I really don't know why people don't like the modeling in this thing. It looks fine to me. I mean, could it be ever so slightly improved? Yes, but is it a complete deal breaker? Fuck no. Fuck no, it's not a complete deal breaker. I mean, it's... Could it be... Once again, could it be better? Yeah. But, once again, is it a complete deal breaker? Fuck no. Fuck no. I'd much rather take the system step and maybe the 5% worse modeling than the, than not. Alright. Auto brake. Shit, we need auto brake 3 at Gatwick? What the fuck? Why the fuck do we need auto brake 3 at bloody Gatwick? Why the fuck do we need auto brake 3 at bloody Gatwick? And we have reversers? This is... Oh wait, that's one flat's 40. Yeah, once again, why do we need bloody... Alright, this guy's reducing speed.
Keep the traffic in 949
Alright. Gatwick traffic near 36 Romeo, reducing speed now to 4-5 knots due to traffic separation. Gatwick traffic. And to turn direct. Alright, what does Mayfield want to set? Mayfield 4. Or, yeah, 4 at Mayfield, and then we, yeah. Alright, what is the ILS real quickly? So the course for Gatwick is, I think that was usually dead on. No, it's not. 257 degrees. It's 257 degrees. And the ILS frequency is going to be 110.9. One 110.90. Alright, so if we're going auto brake 3, which is in, that's beyond me. Why on earth? Anyway, if we're going auto brake 3, yeah. Here, is getting reverses credit? Yeah, it is. No reverses credit. Doesn't even make a difference. It's not. Yeah, it does actually. By a matter of like 20 feet or so. So, alright. In that case, we could go auto brake 3 with reversers or auto brake 3 without reversers. I'm gonna go with the reversers. We have about 1,000 feet of margin. There's that Ryanair that I slightly got mad at earlier. Alright, and then at 2 falls, I think it's, yeah, it's 7-0 level at 2 falls. And then it'll descend to 4, going from 2 falls to Mayfield, and then it'll turn direct. And then from Mayfield, it'll go the usual standard. So. Alright, these trains have taken a slight hit, but nothing too significant. And I can feel it, but it's fine. Yeah, we're definitely not going to beat due to this Ryanair. We're definitely not going to be arrived by David's stream. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so it is picking up the ILS again, but it's say we're just way too high. That's fine though. That's fine. And I do remember it is a manual throttle landing for the 737, which is sad.
As we go.
Noted. Very, very sad that it is a manual throttle landing for the 737. But then again, this thing's like 50 years old, so And the 737 airframe really needs an update, and badly. And it needs a nice modern update. Right, none of this Max bullshit. It needs a nice update to, like, at the very least 777 level, if not more modern, if not like Dreamliner level. So. Wait, what the fuck did this guy just? Alright. At 2 falls we go direct to Mayfield. Gatwick traffic Aeronaut 36 Romeo is going to go direct to Mayfield from 2 Falls, which is in 5 miles, and then we'll descend to altitude 4,000 feet. Gatwick traffic. Gatwick should be over there somewhere. Don't really see it yet. That's fine though. Put that in. Gatwick traffic Aeronaut 36 Romeo now downwind, runway 26 left. Descending now altitude 4,000 feet. We'll reduce speed to 220 for traffic separation. Gatwick traffic. Throw me some flaps. Throw me our first set of flaps, please. That's really bad time for it. And we're gonna get a little low on this again. Oh no, I'll try to stay high. I'll try to stay 4,000 feet high. In the meantime, search for the field. In the meantime, I'm searching. The field should be about. The field should be over there somewhere. Looking for it. Looking. I think it's over there, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, is that bloody Ryanair again? Yeah, it is. Alright, we're going to aim to not have a repeat of what happened the other day. Yeah, that's what we're going to aim for.
As you go.
Noted. Gatwick traffic, Aeronaut 36 Romeo, reducing speed now to 10 for traffic separation. Gatwick traffic. Okay, he's going direct to that. We're gonna do this. Then from Mayfield, then we'll go to whatever. Alright, Gatwick should be over there somewhere. I got the field in sight. Look for that Ryanair as well. I think that Ryanair's in the cloud somewhere. So. Looking at the Ryanair though. I think he's in the clouds. Whatever. Alright. Any controllers online? Not yet. Not yet. Plan to do right there. Keep the carrot up. Nope. Go speed 180.
Thousand to go.
Noted. Arm the approach as well. Gatwick traffic, you're not 36 Romeo, descending now, altitude 3,000 feet. We'll proceed front direct to Charlie Fox, 26 left. Gatwick traffic. Nicely done, 737. Nicely done. I can go ahead and get more flaps out.
Thousand to go. Thousand to go.
Frank now go 3,000. Turn now. Noted.
Thousand to go.
Go ahead and get the gear down. One 60. Gatwick traffic, aeronaut 36 Romeo, descending now altitude to 2,000 feet. Currently in the base for 26 left. Gatwick traffic. People are beginning to, yeah.
Gatwick traffic, Bristol Flight 3 Charlie, from direct to the
Approach mode is up, good. Get more flaps. Not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Gatwick traffic, Aeronaut 36 Romeo, turning now, heading 320 degrees still established. ILS 26 left. Gatwick traffic. Yay! Final approach speed will be 145 knots. Alright, let's do this. DME. That for right now. Alright. Little nervous. Gatwick traffic, Aeronaut 36 Romeo, turning final now, 26 left, roughly 7 miles to go. Gatwick traffic. Oh, great, it's doing it. That's not ideal now, is it? Just gonna do wavy. It's gonna do some waviness, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Not a fan of the waviness. Gatwick traffic, Aeronaut 36 Romeo turning, short final now, 26 left, reducing final approach speed 146 knots. Gatwick traffic. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way that just did that. So yeah, certainly not a fan of the way that just did that. Feels like it should have made the turn a little earlier. Alright. Yeah, if there's ATC online, we'd be getting yelled at.
1,000 feet, stabilize, Mr. Burchell.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final call Gatwick traffic, Aeronaut 36 Romeo landing now, runway 26 left. Final call Gatwick. Alright, let's try not to make a mess out of this like we did last time.
500.
Noted. Yeah, the scenery could really use some work.
Gatwick traffic, crossing 53 Charlie, base, runway 26 left, Gatwick.
300.
Yeah, this really could be looking a lot better.
Caution.
Approaching minimums.
Continue.
Caution. Taxiway. Caution. Taxiway.
Sharp or fine. Just a little high. Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
Okay, that could have been better, but not bad.
knots.
Noted. Welcome to Gatwick, ladies and gents. Welcome to Gatwick. Alright. Gatwick traffic here on the 36 Romeo now clear of runway 26 left. Gatwick traffic. Alright, we'll have to take a look at what that looks like in a bit. Taxi now, stand 552 via Juliet, Quebec, Quebec, and Lima. Welcome to Gatwick. Gatwick traffic here on 36 Romeo taxiing now, stand 552 via Juliet, Quebec, and Lima. Gatwick traffic. Welcome to Gatwick. Welcome to Gatwick. Yeah, so we definitely need to add a bunch of like bushes and everything, but it didn't look too bad. The main thing was ILS and PAPIs were dead on, I felt like, right? And that's because I know they're dead on. I just know that. Yeah, this aircraft did kind of go through the localizer, and then it kind of failed to correct itself. Imagine if that was the issue, I don't know. Right, that might have been actually. Actually, that most likely was the issue, damn it. I'll have to read this flight.
Gatwick traffic, 53 Charlie 2, fully established ILS 26.
Alright. Yeah, that makes up for the sim crash earlier. Take... That's... Alright, there's Tango. Alright, you can take off the landing lights. Okay, we can take off the landing lights. We can take off... I mean, turn off lights. Actually, no, we kind of want those on. It's still on. See, we have a British Airways A320 there. You'll have to take a look at it. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at it. But no, it wasn't bad at all. Wait, what? Alright, 10 in here. Default Gatwick's not bad. Yeah, default Gatwick, I mean, okay. Everything here needs a bit of improvement, especially that. Especially the atmosphere a bit. Not bad. Building, I guess, a new standard? Maybe a new hangar there?
Gatwick traffic, Class 3 car vacated, 2
Alright, now auto VGS should do it. It is nice to have the sky bridge, though. Which, okay, that's... I don't think that's the way that sky bridge actually looks, but okay. I don't know. I can't judge. I haven't been there in real life, so... Taking stand 552. Five, 2. All right. So overall, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the scenery. Yeah, we definitely need to work on the scenery a little. We definitely need to add some extra vegetation. So, outside of that, I mean, it's not bad, it's not great, it's not bad either. Let's see here. The guy is telling us we gotta go over there a little. Parking brake set. Nice. Reiner's gone. Nice. Just a bit of an arsehole. Alright. So. Alright, so tell you what now. Let's go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM, close that out. And now what we can do is actually take a look at our landing. Because we have replay tool. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's see. Alright. Let's see what this looks like. So you have built-in replay tool. I'm very curious. So far, it doesn't look too bad. I do feel like we kind of flittered it in Europe, but I mean, I also feel like we didn't do too badly. Over the threshold, a little high over the threshold. Definitely in the flare a little early. Yeah, we definitely did float it a little. Alright. Okay. Could have been a tad better. What about from this angle here? Damn it. Yeah, that would not have been a great landing on news guy. We definitely flittered it a little. Definitely could have gone around. Now, how was that takeoff? I'm sorry, that's too funny. Going all the way back, that reloads in the scenery files. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. That just is hilarious. Come on now. But okay. I mean, could have been better for late, but I mean, wasn't too bad. Wasn't too awful. Where's Eddie? I'm sorry, where's Eddie at? Where's the airport? Go ahead and give it a moment to render in the airport. I'm sorry, where's the airport at? Yeah, it is taking a minute to render in. It's beginning to, I think. There we go. Yeah, the airport's rendered in. Now, what did that takeoff look like? How close were we to a tail strike? Alright, lining up on the runway. Alright, here we go. Rolling start. No, apparently we stopped. And off we go. Would rudder just stay on the center line there? Should be rotating about now. Yep. Okay, that's when we began to rotate. Or, no, not quite. There we go. Nice steep climb out as we climbed out of Gatwick. Or, sorry, out of Eddie. Not bad. Not bad. What was the... what the landing looks like again? Not bad for our first flat sim flight. I mean, definitely a lot of room for improvement, but I mean, not horrendous. After this, by the way, I'm off to bed because I'm a little sleepy. And I do have a shift later. Alright, let's see here. What was this? Landing like at Gatwick again? Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a second to let in the weather. Oh yeah, we definitely weren't established. Bloody aircraft. Bloody aircraft. Definitely were not established. Well, we were established at this point, but yeah. Had a slight crab coming in. A slight crab, and we were ever so slightly off. So we began to flare it a little early. And that's when we I'm not going to say we slammed it onto the runway. Obviously, I don't know how hard it was, but I mean, certainly room for improvement. And I mean, that was in the touchdown zone, but only just. So. Alright. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in for our first ever VAT sim flight on XPLANE. We are going to do some more XPLANE work, though I'm going to try to get it looking a little bit better first, because I'm not going to lie. There's aspects of XPLANE that are nice, such as having good PAPIs, such as the system depth, even on freeware aircraft. But visually, it's quite awful. So. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one. So long.